Before we dive into this incredible piece of wartime ingenuity, make sure to subscribe to Backyard Wisdom, because what you're about to learn could completely change how you store, carry, and preserve goods, even today. During World War II, when plastic was scarce and rationing dictated daily life, ordinary people were forced to innovate. One of the most versatile and underappreciated tools of that era was waxed cloth. Simple, durable, and surprisingly effective, this material replaced plastic bags, kept food fresh, and even protected gear in harsh conditions. The secrets behind its functionality are not just historical trivia. They are lessons in resourcefulness, sustainability, and practical survival skills. Why waxed cloth was a game-changer during World War II. With metal, glass and plastic tightly rationed, households and soldiers alike needed alternatives that could handle storage, transport and preservation without access to modern materials. Waxed cloth, often made by coating cotton or linen with paraffin or beeswax, provided a water-resistant, airtight and reusable solution. Unlike paper, it didn't tear easily, and unlike untreated fabric, it resisted moisture and dirt. Soldiers could wrap rations, protect equipment from rain, or even carry personal items safely. For families back home, it meant keeping perishables fresh longer and making do when commercial packaging simply didn't exist. How waxed cloth worked in practice. The magic of waxed cloth lay in its combination of absorbent base material and water-repellent wax coating. The cloth itself was strong and flexible, while the wax created a barrier that prevented moisture from entering or escaping. This duality allowed the material to breathe slightly, reducing condensation while still shielding contents from rain or spillage. During World War II, people used waxed cloth to wrap sandwiches, store dried goods, line baskets, and even cover windows or tools temporarily. In essence, it was a multifunctional survival tool that combined the best qualities of paper, plastic, and fabric. So, let's talk about how you can make and use waxed cloth today. Recreating waxed cloth at home is surprisingly easy, and, well, it offers a sustainable alternative to single-use plastics. First off, start with a piece of 100% cotton or linen fabric. Melt beeswax or paraffin wax gently in a double boiler, then brush or drizzle it evenly over the fabric. After that, use a hairdryer or an iron with a protective sheet to make sure the wax penetrates thoroughly. Once cooled, the cloth becomes water-resistant, flexible, and reusable. You can use it to wrap snacks, line lunchboxes, cover garden seedlings, or even carry small tools in the backyard. The key is proper layering and thorough heating so that the wax bonds completely to the fibres, just like wartime makers perfected through a bit of trial and error. The versatility of waxed cloth in daily life is really something. Waxed cloth wasn't just for food, you know. Its flexibility, durability and water resistance made it ideal for multiple applications. Campers today can use it as an emergency ground cover, a temporary tarp, or a protective wrap for gear. Gardeners can line seedling trays or protect freshly harvested produce. Even in household settings, waxed cloth can replace plastic wraps, sandwich bags or container lids. The lessons from World War II remind us that simple materials used thoughtfully can outperform modern single-use items in both utility and longevity. Why this knowledge matters for sustainability and survival is, well, really quite important. The brilliance of wax cloth lies in its alignment with modern sustainability principles. Reusable, biodegradable, and made from natural materials, it's the exact type of low-impact solution that reduces waste without sacrificing functionality. For survivalists, it offers a lightweight, multi-purpose tool that can preserve food, protect gear, or, even serve as emergency shelter. Learning to make and use waxed cloth connects you to a long tradition of practical ingenuity, while also equipping you with a low-tech, highly effective resource. Here are some step-by-step tips for best results. When making waxed cloth, start small with a kitchen-size piece before moving on to larger sheets. Ensure your wax is evenly distributed, and remember that thin layers are better than thick clumps, which can crack or leave sticky spots. For storage, roll the cloth instead of folding it sharply to maintain flexibility. Wash gently with cool water if needed, then reapply wax after repeated use to restore full water resistance. Experimenting with different wax types, paraffin, beeswax, or even a mix, can help you fine-tune texture, flexibility, and water repellency, much like the resourceful households of the 1940s did. Waxed cloth might seem like a simple wartime hack, but it represents a profound lesson in resourcefulness. When society faced scarcity, people innovated with what was available, creating a reusable, multifunctional material that solved a wide range of problems. Today, it reminds us that modern convenience isn't always superior, and that careful use of natural materials can achieve sustainable, practical results. Understanding and applying these lessons encourages creative thinking, self-sufficiency, and historical appreciation. Waxed cloth from World War II shows us how necessity fuels innovation, how natural materials can outperform synthetic ones, and how simple tools can have extraordinary versatility. If you want to explore more forgotten techniques that combine historical ingenuity with practical survival and sustainability, subscribe to Backyard Wisdom, try making your own wax cloth at home, and share your experiences with fellow enthusiasts. Learning from the past can equip you with solutions that work today and long into the future.